So this is how I do it. Don't know if it's the right way, but it's my way. So I worked on JD's junk this morning for a while. We didn't have the right parts to finish that, so I'm done with that project for the day. I'm working on Toyota, and I'm putting an air locker in the front. Right now it's got a posi in it, which is okay, but I want them to lock up when I want it to. So we're gonna tear this all apart, put some new ball joints in it, and an air locker in the front. So we'll go to that point. Probably gonna wish I didn't glue this on quite so good now. I don't think Dar wanted to go do what he was doing today. Try and get his campground opened up. Sounded like he wanted to stay here. It's one benefit to having a good diff cover. Once you right stuff it on, you can wail on it with a hammer pretty severe and take it off. Look at that. That's not even quite so ugly. People said my gears would burn up and not last. Look at that pattern on her. She's great. What are the odds that one of these new little things that I bought, that is not the right one. That is not the right one. Neither. It's like the odds are not in my favor. May the odds ever be in your favor. Name that movie, Land.
I don't even know what that movie is.
How can you not know that movie?
I don't.
Your mother drugged me to that every one of those movies. They weren't like the worst thing that I ever watched, but is this right? This is getting a little ridiculous right here. That is not it. That is not it. That is not it. Got a whole drawer full of stuff that doesn't work. Oh, found it. You can quit looking.
I also found it too.
You did?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and take those ones out then. Dang. Who would have thought that was going to be that tight? There's been some moisture in here at some point in time. I don't know exactly how. It's hardly been driven off-road. It's been driven to church on Sunday. Come on, Betsy. Dang. Thing is a little rough. Doesn't want to come out. Like this outer side's been dinged or something at some point in time in its life.
It's coming out.
Oh yeah, we're talking to it. We'll deal with that. It's not right this second. This one hasn't had water in it. Not nearly as tight. So the main reason we're doing this, well, obviously we want a locker in the front, but we got some trips coming up. The end of the month, we're headed to California in this bad boy. We're gonna go run the Rubicon. And then the middle of the month, we're headed over to Hole in the Rock. We're gonna go check out where the pioneers came down through the Grand Canyon basically. So we're just trying to get some upgrades done to it and get it ready for some trips. Pull the lock ring out. Alright, same thing on this side. We're getting there now. So basically this has got RCVs in it. I've ran plenty of Dana 44s in my life, and I've broken axle in every one of them, if not 5 or 6. So when I built this, I decided I was done breaking axles, and I put RCVs in it. Back here you can see them. These little orange ones. They're awesome and super tough. You don't have to worry about breaking them. The only real problem with them is they won't fit through there like a normal axle.
They have to take the whole knuckle off.
You can grind it, you can try to wiggle it in there. Easiest way I found to do it, pull the ball joints off, pull the knuckle off, pull the axle out. Put new ball joints in it anyways, so it's really not any more trouble to do what I'm doing right here. I mean, in less than 30 minutes, I'll have this front end completely gutted. We'll be ready for going back together. So we got the AC done on it. It's good now. Need to make the cruise control work, and then we're basically ready for a tour. This one's down in it farther, so you gotta
There you go.
do that,
There you got her.
and then it'll come out. Oh yeah. We'll leave that just dangling there. Ball joints aren't horrible.
Do you have new ones?
I got new ones. I'm running the heavy duty spindles on this off of like a 3/4 ton camper special with, now they put all the big bearings and stuff in it. Just because I didn't want problems.
It's off.
Slide it right off of there. Onward to this other side. This is kicking my butt. I can't get the actual pop out of it. So we're just gonna cut these ball joints off, new ones in it. Which we were planning on doing anyway, was putting new ones in it. Gonna make our life easier. One down. Two down.
Just like that.
No more screwing around. It's out. We'll tear this all apart, and then it'll be easier to put back together. So now we're to the point where we can pull these two bolts, pull this out of here, get our ARB set up, get the hole drilled in the case and tapped, and then we'll be ready to put all of this other stuff back together. So. Ooh.
Tight.
Yep. Yep, it is. I don't know that I've ever had this out. Holy cow.
Oh, there it goes.
Ring gear bolt. We're gonna pull that ring gear off. I'll put this in the wood chuck or something. Need something in the front of it. It doesn't have anything that makes it both spin. It's got a 10 bolt in it right now because I broke the 44, but we'll put that back in the 44 housing.
Forward.
Alright. It's my airline. We're going to need that. I think I'll go grab that other one, bring it over here. One ARB coming up. Just needs to turn a little. Now we're talking to it. If you heat these up in like warm water or something, it'll make them way easier to put on. Who's got time for that?
Doesn't matter what kind of hammer?
Yeah, it matters. If you use something besides brass, you're gonna be buying some new ring gears. Brass is soft, it won't mess up the teeth on it and stuff. Yeah, we ran into some difficulties, but we're on the downward slope now.
You're doing better than we did, then.
Yeah, I still have enough parts to put mine back together. Alright, we got the ARB all set up. It's ready to go. I got this hole tapped right there, and that's where the line's gonna come up through. So it'll go right up in there. So should work out. We'll see. You gotta get everything just right, because there ain't a ton of clearance in here. So they changed these.
Yeah.
So before, your 44 would shim behind the bearing,
Yeah.
but once you put this ARB in it,
And you can shim behind it.
well, yeah, they make their own shims and stuff, because you can't shim down here because it messes
Yeah.
with the sealing surface and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So they make their own shims that are bigger, that you shim on the outside of it, so.
Ah,
Which makes it better. I ain't got to press the bearings on and off 40 times.
exactly.
Got too much tension on that one. All right, ARB is installed. This thing's handled. You can see it up in there. That line goes right up in, comes out right here on this side to a little quick connect fitting where you hook your line to, and then when you put 90 psi to it, she engages and locks this thing up solid, and we can go places. So RCVs won't fit through here, so you got to put them on a different way. It's a little bit of a pain, but it's gonna work. So this is how I do it. Don't know if it's the right way, but it's my way. All right, there's the bottom one. Like really close. Holy cow. All it's got to do is go in. Just have to push in on it right there.
Okay.
And then we got to go up. We're getting it.
I ain't got enough.
I don't remember it being this hard last time.
2 hours later.
All right, so I've been fighting this thing, and I wiggled it, and it just fell in. So I don't know what I did, but it worked. All right, it started. I'll turn it on this side, tighten it up. One side down. We're about to get her tied anyway. So much for my easy few-hour project here.
Exactly.
I'll show you what we got going on here. It's pretty tight and ugly. That right there, there's not a lot of clearance. I still have to put this in and get that all splined up. But we're about to do that right now. Then I'll tighten the top ball joint and we should have it. All right, that one's done. I can get this side assembled, put back together, ball joints tightened, grease everything up. This axle will be happy. Then repeat it on the other side.
How
Done.
do you get the grease in there?
Right here.
Oh,
Good
go to
question.
the end.
Yeah, see this little
Ah,
put a
okay.
grease needle in it, and it pumps it and fills that whole thing
No
full.
wonder.
All right, so we got this side all put together. Feels really good. Everything's good. I just got to put these brakes back on it and go to the other side. Okay then. So I'm by myself. Well, my dad's down here, but I'm videoing by myself. Landon had a baseball game, and I stayed here and worked on this for now. All right, we'll do the other side. We're done. All right, so it's done. Front end is assembled. Everything's put back together, filled up with oil. I got to run an air line out of that little thing, clear up through, get my air system all put on. But other than that, I got this thing whipped today. So it did some whipping on its own for a while, but then I whipped it. So we're done. Put tires on it and test drive.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Action. We got this package from JoJo.
By the way, if you guys send us stuff and you don't get featured like on one of our videos, head over to Instagram or Facebook
You'll be on there.
and you will be on there. Shout
Safety
out.
glasses. So there's no reason that Michelle won't be safe now.
Thank you, JoJo. Hey, look, they're like chums.
We also got some chapstick.
Woohoo! This
Well,
is for me.
That's Michelle's chapstick.
This is from Chris Grimm. Thank you, Chris. Cupcake flavor, cotton candy. Yes, thank you.
And then Adam, he's a firefighter from the one and only, how do you say that?
Noblesville,
There you go, Noblesville.
and it's in
It's the only one in the United States. I got a patch
Indiana.
and a cool little sticker to put on that toolbox over there.
Let's do it right now. We
Well,
love our
let's see.
firefighters.
Let's put it right there. So it's on the box now.
Noblesville is part of the shop now.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.